So in chapter 5, we had equations like 2 to the power of x equals 4, and we can rewrite 4 is 2 squared. And because we had the same base, we could drop it and get x equals 2. That's what we did in module 5. But we can't always come up with a common base. So what do we have to do? So on your calculator, everybody look at your yellow calculator. I want you to find the green key. And right under that key is a button that says LOG. Does everybody see that key? That's the button that we're going to use today. It's called a common log. It's our common log key. And we're using that to solve equations that don't have a common base. So let's look at the first one here. What I mean by that is I cannot write 24 as 11 to a power. There isn't a whole number that I can attach to 11 to get 24. So what we have to do is put a log in on both sides. I'm going to put a log here and a common log here. And if you remember the property, if you have an exponent, what do we do with that property? Where does it move? To the front. Good. So I'm going to move this x to the front. So what that's going to give me is x times log 11 equals the log of 24. And again, when you move it to the front, that means we're multiplying it. So to solve it, the opposite of multiplication would be to divide. So you're simply going to divide both sides by the log of 11. So in your calculator, in the second column, find this button that says N over D. That means numerator, denominator. Find that button. Type in log 24 at the top and log 11 at the bottom. And if you're not getting the right answer, please do not be like first period and not say anything. If you need help, ask for help and I will help you. So your answer that I'm looking for, I'm going to round to the hundredths place, will be 1.33. That is the correct answer. So if you did not get that answer, raise your hand. I will come and help you type it in your calculator. Don't be shy.
Don't press enter.
Yes.
For the equal sign?
No, you're just typing in log 24 and then log 11. No equal sign. No, log 24 should be at the top. And then log 11 should be at the bottom. Log, so did you hit the N over D button? Okay. Okay, so what's really important here, let me go ahead and rewrite it because a lot of you are getting it flip-flop. So what I'm typing in my calculator to get that, I am typing in log 24 is in the top divided by log of 11. See, because this cancels out. X equals this. All right, so it's not log 11 over log 24. Has to be 24 over 11. All right, let's look at our next one. Oops, I didn't mean to go that far. Let's look at letter B.
So it keeps putting up the letters.
Yeah, just type log 11. Yeah. So let's go ahead and put our log in for this one. And that's again going to move this to the front. So you're going to have x times the log of 9 equals the log of 14. Okay, I am trying to solve for x. In order to do that, I need to divide both sides by the log of 9. That's going to cancel that out. So x equals log 14 divided by log 9. Go ahead and type that in your calculator. Who got 1.20? All right. Is that what you got? All right. Any questions about A or B? All right, let's look at question C. Again, we're going to start by putting our log in on both sides. That's going to move this to the front. So now I have a 2x. And that's multiplied by the log of 8. And that equals the log of 25. So we're going to divide both sides by the log of 8. That cancels out. So 2x equals log 25 divided by log 8. So let's go ahead and see what you get. Go ahead, type that in your calculator. And again, I'm just putting two numbers after the decimal. I'm rounding it to the hundredths place. So your calculator says 1.547, but that 4 will round to a 5. So you should get 2x equals 1.55. But now this one is not finished though. Okay, the first two we were done, but we still need to get rid of this 2. How do I get rid of the 2? Divide. So now let's divide both sides by 2. So your final answer is about 0.77. Let me type it in because I didn't do it the way. So 0.78, 0.77. I will take either one. All right, I'm going to give you all, well, no, we'll do D together. And then after that, I'm going to give you all a chance to start practicing. So this one, actually, we don't have to use a log, but I'm going to solve it both ways. Okay, let's put in a log. This 3x is going to move to the front. So you have 3x times the log of 4 equals the log of 2. Divide both sides by the log 4. So you're going to type in log 2 divided by log 4. And you should get 0.5. And then divide that by 3. And you get x is approximately equal to 0.16 repeat. Now that's the old school way, which was a lot of work. That's the new way, I'm trying to say. But we didn't really have to do all that. Let's go back to the original. 4 to the 3x equals 2. How can I rewrite 4 with a base 2? 2 to the what power is 4? So I could change that 4 to 2 squared. Bring that 3x down. And that equals 2. There's an invisible 1 right there. This will cancel. That would give me 6x equals 1 and x equals 1 divided by 6, which is the same thing. So if you can rewrite it with a common base, that's the smarter way to do it. Only if you can't write it. So this is the module 5 way. I'll tell you what, me and these things do not get along. That's the module 5 way, which is way easier than doing it with logs. All right. Let's go ahead and look at this one together, and then I'll let you do F by yourself. So let's put our log in. This is going to move to the front. I'm going to put it in parentheses, though. What do you think I'm dividing both sides by? What's over there with the X?
5.
Log of what? 3. First thing you have to do before you can touch anything in the parentheses is get rid of this log. So now I'm going to have X minus 5 equals log of 92 divided by the log of 3. Go ahead and type that in. And you should get 4.12. Who got 4.12? All right. Now what do I have to do to solve for X, though? I'm not finished because it says X minus 5. What's the opposite of subtracting 5? Adding 5. So your final answer is X equals 9.12. All right. I want you to try to do F by yourself. Just try. We will work through it together. Let me get the answer real quick, though. Your answer is going to be negative, so don't think it's wrong. Expecting perfection, just effort. Just see how far we get. That is correct. Okay. So you shouldn't have rounded it right here. You should have kept that a decimal. So instead of -7, it should be something else. But not bad. Oh, not bad at all. All right, let's go. First step should be to put in your log. Put your log in on both sides. So that ends up giving you 2x plus 8 times the log of 16 equals the log of 55. And then when you divide both sides by the log of 16, you should get 2x plus 8, and that equals log 55 over log 16. And what did you get when you typed that in? What's the log 55 divided by log 16?
1.86.
1.86. Anybody else get that? 1.86? Yeah, positive 1.86. All right, now we're subtracting the 8, which should give you 2x equals negative 6.5. Wait. Nope, that ain't right. Sorry. Okay, so we got 1.86. I typed it in my calculator different. And that would be negative 6.14. You definitely want to watch your rounding, because if you round too soon, your answer will be off. Last step would be to divide by 2. So the answer I'm looking for, wait, did you all get negative 6.14? Something is off here. Let me see. 1.86 minus 8 is negative 6.4. Let me type in log 55. Log 55 divided by log 16. All right, I get I got 1.45. I didn't get 1.86. Anybody else get 1.45? Yeah. Was y'all not gonna say nothing? Y'all was just go.
It's because I thought we were on G.
Oh. Okay, I'm like, man, I'm getting no support here. Okay, so that's 1.45. And then 1.45 minus 8, because I was thinking that answer, 3.07, is a little bit too far off what I got originally. And then divide that by 2, and you should get something really close to, I mean, it's really negative 3.28, but as long as you're really close to that, meaning, if it's $3.28, you should be within a couple pennies, up or down. All right. 2 more. Go ahead and try to do G and H by yourself. I'm going to work them both out and then show you my results. divide, so whatever is over here, that's what you divide by. So divide both sides by the log of 9, by the parentheses. So divide by log 9.
Wait, do I put 60 up there first?
So actually draw it out so you can see it visually. So what's at the top?
60.
Right. Alrighty, that's what we should get. That's good. That's just it. All right, the last thing we're going to talk about, let's go to the next page, is a formula. And it's the change-based formula. I can go back to it at the end so you can finish looking at it. Go ahead and copy this down. So basically, you have log base of an answer. And in order to figure out, because remember, a log is asking you for the exponent. So you're going to type in log of A, which is your answer, and divide that by the log of the base. If you just remember, there's two numbers. The base goes in the basement. Okay, everybody got our formula copied down? All right, let's go. These last 6 go pretty fast. So what? Remember, a log is asking you for the exponent. That's what the log is asking you for. So when I look at this next example, what this is asking us is 5 to what exponent equals 12? Well, we know that we cannot get to a 12 with a whole number. Would you agree? Because 5 to the first is 5, 5 to the second is 25. So that means that the exponent I'm looking for is a decimal. So let's use our change base. So our exponent is going to equal, put a log at the top, put a log at the bottom. The 5 is your base and the 12 is your answer. So you need to type in log of 12 divided by log of 5. And it should be to the hundredths place. And I got 1.54 approximately. Who got that? So now what I want you to do, just to test it, I want you all to just type in 5 to the power of 1.54. Type that in. And you should get something really close to 12. It's not going to be exactly 12, but that should get you something close to 12. The exponent that I attached to the base of 5 to get to 12. Did you get 11.923, et cetera, et cetera? All right, so that means that's my exponent. So we have to do a change base in order to find that. This is my final answer. All right, let's look at number 2. So it's asking 7 to the what power is 18. We got to do a change base. Put a log in the front, at the top, put a log at the bottom. The base is 7. The answer is 18. Go ahead and type that in. And I'm going to switch to an x. So x, which is my exponent, should be approximately 1.49. So yes, you should round the 8 to a 9. What I mark off if you didn't know, but you should round it. All right, go ahead and do number 3 by yourself. Who got 4? All right, so that's one we didn't need to do the change base because it's asking us, remember, a log is asking for the exponent. So it's saying 2 to the what power is 16. Well, we didn't need a calculator to do that one. We could have just figured it out. But if you can't figure it out, you can always use the change base. All right, let's go to the bottom, the last 3. So who remembers what the base of a common log is? What'd you say? 10. Okay, it's a base 10. So whenever your base is 10, you can type it in as log 15 divided by the log of 10. But because your calculator is a base 10, you can actually just type in log of 15. You don't need to use the change base if it's a common log. If you type in just log of 15, you get the same answer that you would get if you typed in log of 15 divided by log of 10. And that's because this equals 1. Everybody type in log 10. Type in log and the number 10. Did you all get 1? Yeah. So you don't have to divide it by the log 10, all right? So basically, or not basically, the log of 15 would be 1.78. So that would be the exponent that I attached to 10 to get to 15. All right, do the last 2 on your own, and I'll put up the answer shortly. Okay, who agrees with my 2 answers? 2.18 and 1.44. All right, can you write on homework 3? Homework 3 is due on Wednesday, this Wednesday. So homework 1 was due Friday. If you didn't turn it in, you have a 0 right now. Make sure you get that in. Homework 2 is due tomorrow, and homework 3 is due on Wednesday.